Hey guys, Jessica Damu here, and I thought I'd do a video about trying to get back in the saddle. For the last 3 years, I've been healed from my incurable disease. I've been kind of rebuilding my life. Um, got my funeral director's license, got some college classes I needed for that. Working on becoming a death investigator now. I am a death investigator, but there's like its own things to learn and pass and work full time outside the home again. Like reboot, total life reboot, which is pretty cool. Being busy with that reboot, I haven't had time to like get back into stop motion animation, but I've been like taking like the background steps to doing it, revamping my old Windows 7 computer. And don't knock it, Windows 7 was awesome. And I own all that software. And now a lot of things, not all of them, but a lot of them are becoming like subscriptions. Pay $30 a month in order to edit your videos. And it's like, what if I don't need it every month? You're still paying every month. I'd rather just own something for like $200 and then be able to rebuild my computer and put it back on it. Also, I know that software. Only I'm rusty. So, in order to help me get back in the saddle for stop motion animation, um, I doing a small project. It should be a simple project, easy project. I'm finding there's a relearning curve though. So I'm taking a Gundam stop motion manga. It's a single shot of the Nightmare of Solomon, and I am doing a motion comic. I've been watching these DC Marvel motion comics by other people, like Russian comic book nerd and others on YouTube. The Walking Bread, big fan. Doubt they watch my channel, but I check them out. The Walking Bread. They've got all the Walking Dead comics. Maybe not all of them, but they've been doing them as audio dramas with the comic books playing, scene by scene. And so I was like, oh, I really want to do this with Gundam manga. And I don't know if Bandai's just going to shut it down real fast or if they'll let it stay up. I don't know. So I'm doing a single shot with the Nightmare Solomon. It's not very long. And today, finally, I tested out a program on my phone. I still prefer to use a computer. But to record all the lines myself, because I have some degree of acting skill, I'm not going to say I'm amazing, but I can act to a degree. And then using AI to change the voices so that I'm not dependent on a bunch of actors that I can sort of have, but then I should probably give them some money, as a thank you. And like, I still want to use real actors are always better, but it's an experiment because sometimes with Gundam Father Peace editing, we were waiting on lines and couldn't find anyone to do them, or so it's like, okay, let's see if this could fill in some gaps with less important characters. So the whole manga will just be voice acted by me, and AI to be different voices. I'm not even going to use my own voice in this one. I got all that recorded, so that's great. And I got it onto my computer. I gotta go hunt down my Gundam sounds because they didn't make it over with the transfer. But I've got redundant copies of Gundam sounds somewhere, so I should be okay. I hope so. Mild panic, but I've got duplicate copies here and there and here and there, so there's probably Gundam sounds somewhere on one of my external hard drives. So the goal is to then edit the audios, match them up to the pictures, then add sound effects like Gundam Father Peace would have with the GMs flying and the machine guns and, stuff like that. And then to compile each individual segment together and overlap them slightly so that it flows really well and possibly add some overlay of music, maybe from Gundam 0083. It sounds simple. Maybe it doesn't sound simple to you guys, but it sounds pretty simple in my head. I started trying to edit today and I found myself kind of at a loss. Like, just, okay, how do I do this? Which button do I click in order to look at it better? Where do I edit the audio? Things that I used to be so good at, even when I was ill and my mind was kind of mush, because it was. My mind was mush when I was ill. I had a lot of brain fog, but I had a lot of determination too. So, and I was seasoned in these things, and now I'm like out of date, like the food that's out of date and you throw away and you don't eat. This is hard. Editing is hard. I'm sure at some point, like riding a bicycle, I'm going to get back on it and I'm going to be like, oh yeah, totally know how to do this. I know how to organize these in my brain and on the computer so that I can find the files that I need and put them where they go and then save all the things. Yeah, I've got the general aspects in my head, but like even this little Gundam manga, it's already proven harder to be than I thought it would. I have less time than I used to. What I want to do is do stop motion animation again. That's my passion. That's my love. I'm still building stuff and 3D printing stuff for those days. I can see the collection behind me. Like it still exists. I've been buying Gundam GMG figures for these purposes. The 1/18 scale Gundam pilots and stuff like that. Like very much financially invested in doing stop motion animation again. My worst case scenario, though, is to do Gundam manga dubs. Lost War Chronicles is one of my favorite mangas, and I would love to just sit back and watch that and eat popcorn. Except that you can't yet. I don't know. Working on this project doesn't have deadlines. I just thought I would tell you, like, surprisingly, even though I thought how well I knew this all, and, you know, I managed to do it when I was ill and not very brain sharp. Editing is hard work. It is really stupid hard. I'm going to do it anyways. Damn. And I'm hoping I get to do stop motion animation again. I'm still trying to figure out how to fit that into my time schedule. That's one of the real challenges. Because I work a lot of jobs. Fitting into my schedule. Like right now, honestly, I am, maybe this is why my brain not working, I am struggling with exhaustion. Being a funeral director, a pastor, and a death investigator, plus an eBay store, managing some crypto miners, and YouTube. I think that's all of the jobs. Yeah, that's all of them. Yeah, I only do 6 things for a living. I'm trying to figure out a solution to that. I need to make more money and do less so that I can make stop motion animation, its own work that doesn't pay. But it makes me happy. I don't know. These are my rambles. If you made it this far, you get an imaginary cookie. Thanks for watching. Leave me some encouragement down below if you're still here.